Hi all of you. Hi YouTubers. Hi all of you. This is Gil. Today is December 5th, 2021. And I would just like to say hi. Yeah, I just want to say hi. Just to keep updated and stuff. So yeah, now as of today, this is now the third month I've been living in this house now. I resided here for 3 months now. This is the third month. And so far, I had to clean out the lens here. I still absolutely love it here. I mean, I'm overjoyed by this house and where it's at. I'm overjoyed over here, you know. It's all I gotta say. I mean, I'm still overjoyed about over here, about being here. I mean, the new move, the new house. I'm still very happy over here. So 3 months. So as you see it, I already got the Christmas decorations up, and I have these blue lights. I gotta show it in the night, you know, but I'll probably do another video later on. But anyway, see these lights, and I have Wemo smart plugs, so I could turn them on using the phone. I got some neighborhood kids. So yeah, over here, telling you. So I'm gonna share with you guys this new bike I got. This one right here. Well, it's not exactly new. It's actually, I got this one at a thrift store. 35 bucks. Seems to me that it's not the thing anymore. Like, bikes are not selling like crazy anymore. It's not an issue anymore. You know, like from the time when the pandemic was like totally on, when we couldn't even find a bike for sale. And it was one weekend where I sold 5 bikes that I didn't want, because I was really into collecting bikes and stuff, sort of, through thrift stores, you know. Like, one weekend I sold 5 bikes, like during the pandemic, you know, and everybody was like staying home, you know. But before the pandemic, I couldn't even sell one, you know. I couldn't even sell one. But during that pandemic, when everything was shut down for a little bit, I sold 5 bikes on just one weekend. Yeah, imagine that. Like the bikes that I didn't want. So this is me in the mirrors. So yeah. So I'm gonna go in the backyard. There's Furry. So yeah. And I guess I have a Wemo plug, a Wemo smart plug on the bistro lights as well. On these lights here. We got the dog a bed. Got him a bed so he could be on there, and it would just, so that way he can have a place to lie down on, you know. So yeah. So I guess I could probably give an update on my depression and anxiety. I mean, I still get them, but depression though, I mean, it's been under control, really. I mean, I haven't had any. I haven't had any depression, or hardly any, ever since that we made the move. I hardly had any. I mean, and I suppose the reason why my depression has been low through ever since we moved in is probably, it's a complicated reason, you know, but it's probably just simply because I'm in a house in an area that I really love, you know. I really love the area, the house. And then, you know, all the things that came out of like selling the old house, the equity, and getting another chance of paying down everything, credit card, and start all over. I guess it's probably to do with that. I mean, but I think it's mostly because of getting a second chance, so to speak. You know, like getting because, you know, like the story of like my previous house before, I had a house, a 4-bedroom, bath house in Rialto, and then it's like when you moved out of that house to get a mobile home, and then later on we decided to move back to a house, and then we ended up with the last house I was in, which was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and ever since then, it's since then when it comes to think about it, because I mentioned that my depression started in 2017, and that's the year that we moved into the house. It's not so much the house that's bad. It's nothing to do with the house being bad or anything, but it's just the fact that I downgraded. It's like we somehow downgraded ourselves from a 4-bedroom, 2-bath in Rialto to a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, like a house that's, half as good supposed to be. I mean, how people might describe it. And so I felt like, what did I do to myself? What did I do to myself? And not only that, the payment went up double. I mean, not only that, at that time, the payment was up double, more than what we were paying for that 4-bedroom, 2-bath house at the time. But so that's part of the complicated story about where the depression is at. So if we could find out where it originates at, that could be very helpful. Like when you guys have depression, that you gotta find the source of it and see, and then from there, that's if you could find where the source is at, then that's where you could work on the depression. But for my case, I haven't had. It's been minimal since we moved. Moved into this house in this area, because I just absolutely love the area and stuff. Well, it's kind of like a second chance. The way I call it, that's kind of complicated reasons though, really. I mean, but anyway, that's now for the anxiety. I still get those. I still get the anxiety. I mean, I do still get it quite a bit. I mean, quite commonly, my anxiety is like, well, let me see. How can I explain it? Well, I still get that feeling like I'm starting to get unconscious. Like the most common feeling, the most common symptom we get. Like we feel like we're losing consciousness. Like I feel like my vision is blurring out, blood pressure is going through the roof. Everything, like I feel like my face is pounding. I feel like my eyes every time I go to the restroom or something, because I could see better. Like I could see my eyes better because like the lighting is perfect in the bathroom, I guess. Yeah, funny, huh? But it's like somehow I feel like I'm seeing something in my eyes, like I could see the blood vessels in my eyes, so to speak. And it's not like. I mean, that's where I started paying attention to it. And I feel like I could feel like my face throbbing all the time, so to speak. And it's funny because like when I rub my eyes through the rest of the day, it's like my face starts feeling like bloated, not bloated, but it's not. How do I call that? Like what do you call that? Well, it's like a feeling of like if I'm coming down with a cold, that's what it feels like. My whole face feels like it feels like I'm coming down with a cold, that's what it feels like, like achy and yeah. And every so often, like pretty much once a day on average, I guess my heart is pounding, like maybe once. Like every 2 days, maybe I'm gonna get like one day, but I kind of feel like I already know that it's anxiety. I mean, because I always think I'm gonna die. That's the most common thing that most of us always think what's going on when we have anxiety. I mean, a lot of us, for some of us, like when our heart is pounding, and then we feel like we're gonna die, like we think that we're gonna die. It's always like that. We always like feel like it's happening, we always feel like it's gonna happen, all the time, like so, because I already know it. I mean, I already know that that's what's going on, that's anxiety. I still get them, I still get the anxiety, and then like I do get a lot of feelings of like I know that I have energy to go out and ride the bike 10 miles, like no problem, but it's like, I feel like it's like an enthusiasm level that's really low. Kind of similar to depression. Well, maybe because I'm tired. Maybe because I work 12 hours a day for 5-6 days a week. Sometimes, like I don't want to do my hobbies, but it's hard to do that when I'm working 12 hours a day for 5-6 days a week. Like, well, I don't work 12 hours a day for 6 days a week, but I mean, a lot of time it's going to be for 5 days a week, 60 hours right there already. And then a lot of times we come in on Saturday. And so it's kind of hard to do my hobbies that I really love to do. I mean, I want to ride bikes. I love to do things like that, but it's hard to do that when I'm working 12 hours a day. Like when I come home, I only have a few hours and stuff, but I've done it in the past, but actually not really. I mean, not really. And when I was 20 years old, I wish I would have had 12-hour days, man. Hell yeah, man. Shit. I mean, when I was 20 years old, like it was unheard of to get 40 hours in those days, like shit. Like when I was working in these distribution centers back in the day, I used to work like my typical hours was like I would never get more than like 25. I remember that. I would never get more than 8 hours in a day. Never more. I used to work for more than 3 days. I mean, but I would be lucky if I would get to 3 days. But I mean, that was only once in a while. But typically I would get like one or 2 days a week, and shit, I was wishing to get these. I would have loved the 12 hours that we get today. I would have loved the shift that we have now when I was 20 years old. Hell yeah. I would have loved to have that shift. Well, that was when I was 20 years old, and I would have been more than happy to work the hours I'm working now. Hell yeah, because I would have been able to save up to buy a new scooter and a new camera, back in my day. I mean, but that was me then, but anyway, so well, in today's times, I'm now 51 years old, like I'm not 20 years old like I was then, like 20 years old, I had a lot more energy back then. In today's times, it's a little less. But I mean, right now, I still love to do these hobbies. I still like to ride bikes when I have a chance, like I like the riding the, like the little mountain hill. I like to climb that hill, it's fun doing that, like, but I also like to do a lot of other hobbies too. I mean, anyway, so I don't think, well, maybe that's where the tiredness is coming from, but I was thinking that it might be from the anxiety or depression, but I mean, I'm not really having much depression, but I mean, well, anyway, so yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at. I mean, I haven't even really been hanging out in this backyard much, but, well, because I don't know, I just like to be in the house. I mean, it's like, even before, like even at the other house, I mean, I would always like, when I would work 12-hour days and 5-6 days a week, like I would just only have like a few hours of playtime, I mean, and I don't even get to see the light of day, at this moment, yeah, because I would start at 5 o'clock in the morning and go home at 5 p.m., so I don't even see the light of day, so yeah. Well, anyway, so as of this day, December 5th, 2021, I mean, I absolutely love it here still. I mean, yeah, this is like my 3rd month here, and I'm still happy. I'm still really happy about the move. Yeah, I'm really happy here. So I'm gonna go in my room. Yeah, I know it's a little messy in here, but oh yeah, I got this forklift. I got this remote control forklift. It's pretty cool, like, yeah. It's a, remote control forklift. Yeah, it's like, it's not something that I ever really seen before, like in the markets, like, well, I do know that that operates the forks. In fact, I'm gonna find the, okay, I'm gonna operate this forklift. We could go forward, backward, and then turn, and then we can raise the forks. This is cool because, I mean, it's kind of associating what I do in my job, sort of, Yeah. It's kind of fun to operate this thing. sort of like, you know, I gotta, it kind of reminds me of the things that I do in my job. Yeah, lift it up just a little bit. That's what I do in my job. Yeah, man, and then, you know, yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, it's associating what I do in my job. So, yeah, that's funny, man. Well, this is different because I haven't seen any, like, remote control forklifts before. So, yeah. So, yeah. That's funny. Yeah, like we could get in trouble if we do that, you know. That job. We might get in trouble if we do that, you know. Yeah, that's funny. And then we'll get in trouble if we drive a forklift with the forks up. That's kind of a dangerous thing to do that, you know. It's a safety issue to do that, you know, to drive around with the forks up in the air. And then, of course, I mean, yeah. They would. Well, the fun part is to operate the forks. I don't know. Yes. Yeah. And then I will do this like when I'm. Yeah, that's how I do the tricks with the. I'm trying to put the. I'm trying to. Oops. See if I can put it in there without knocking anything down. There. There you go. And that was kind of fun. Well, anyway, that's something interesting. So, yeah, this is our Christmas tree. And then we have another Christmas tree over here, too, on the second living room. So, yeah, have this tree. And then we have this one. I mean, we could watch TV in either of these rooms. But this room has a fireplace. The other room is just standard. And then, you know, this is the kitchen area. Let's see me. So, yeah. The kitchen area. I bought a new blood pressure machine and checked my blood pressure, and it's 180 over 103. I do have high blood pressure, and I've a likelihood to do with anxiety. So, yeah. Anyway, so there's the front of the house. I mean, I want to buy another set of lights like this because I need to go. We're gonna go to Walmart right now. So yeah, at the thrift store, I got this bike for $35. And my camcorder again. Okay, so I thought I just made this video to say hi. Just to say hi to you guys. And thanks for you guys' support and everything. So yeah, I mean, today the 5th of December 2021. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day.